Howdy. Today, we will be taking a look at Magic Square Tornado. And, you know, the more I look at him, the more I think he kinda looks like Vortex from Transformers Generation 1. But that's probably just a coincidence. This figure comes with one combiner torso and one blaster. In his robot mode, this figure is just awesome. The proportions on this figure can't be beat, I don't think. And the paint is really well done. Of course, here comes the obligatory, it should have been metallic paint, yeah. But it looks so good. And it's really well articulated. Although, in a slight misstep from Magic Square, the knees can't bend that far past 90 degrees, which is definitely unusual given their track record so far with these masterpiece scale Magic Square figures, but it is still really good. And with each release, they seem to be getting better and better on the tolerances, especially with those hip ratchets. But I know we haven't gotten to the transformation yet, but I want to talk about it because this has to be the most impressive upscale from their Legend scale piece that we've ever seen. The inside of the legs are really super well detailed, but if you've ever seen the Legend scale one, it looks totally different. And they covered down immaculately on all sides of the legs, except the bottom of the feet. And to be honest, who's going to be looking at the bottom of the feet? Here's how Magic Square Tornado scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Sweep, and Leader Class Grimlock. Here's how Magic Square Tornado scales with Masterpiece Megatron and Masterpiece Starscream. Here's how Magic Square Tornado scales with Magic Square Heavy Gunner, Magic Square Munitioner, and Magic Square Night Tracer. In his vehicle mode, Magic Square Tornado turns into a sort of Cayman SH2 Sea Sprite. In his vehicle mode, Tornado continues to astonish and baffle. Like, this helicopter unfolds from this super blocky looking robot mode into this awesome, really well proportioned unit. It's just really well done. And again, it's times like these where you really gotta take a look at these simplistic shapes and just wish that they added more detail. I know, I understand. I'm also buying it because it's plain and simple, but when they execute so well on things like the thrusters and all the paint is really well done and it's really consistent and there's some panel lines and here and there, but it doesn't look like it transforms, and that's what makes it so good. But man, if they would have added just a little bit more detail to make it look and feel like a real helicopter, it would be right there on the money. It would be an absolutely awesome piece. But with all that being said, I have no objections to how well this thing transforms. It's great. Magic Square seems to improve with every single figure they release, and I can't wait to see what their final figure is going to look like in this set. Here's how Magic Square Tornado scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Artfire, and Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime. Here's how Magic Square Tornado scales with Magic Square Munitioner, Magic Square Heavy Gunner, and Magic Square Night Tracer. Here's how Magic Square Tornado in ARM mode scales with Fans Toys Jester. I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at Magic Square Tornado. I got this figure from Magic Square directly at magicsquaretoys.com. If there are any other figures you'd like me to take a look at next, leave a comment down below. And as always, I'm Leo, reminding you that plastic toys don't belong in plastic prisons. See you next time.